my wife and I will go down like a deep dive where we're looking at the interiors of Jojo Siwa's home.
Oh,
and
my God, that's incredible.
The amount of, it's kind of like there's like, I think there's a direct correlation between the amount of like home interior objects that make no sense and like where she's at any given day. And I'm like, we'll be like, oh no, that piano wasn't there before. Like, shit. Like, so what's she going to release now? If you're not walking 10,000 steps a day in Boston, like, what are you doing?
You've blown it.
You've blown it. There's no hope for you.
I agree.
You know what? If you've not walking 10,000 steps a day in Boston, you're not making the most of your defining decade. You are not. You've already put the book aside.
The defining decade.
What did you think about Emerson? Do you have like good Emerson goss?
I don't know about well, any Emerson goss I have is probably like so completely moot point at this point in time because it's been let's see, I graduated in 2016, so like it's probably none of it's relevant anymore. But let me think. Well, no, I loved Emerson. I honestly had the best time there. I also met my wife there, so like, of course it was good.
That's so
It'd be funny if I was like,
nice.
I hated Emerson and everyone there, incling my wife. She's awful.
I met this asshole,
this absolute jerk
Your
there.
beautiful wife.
No, I loved Emerson. It was really fun. It was really. I wish I had like some hot, juicy.
What did you study?
Hate, but I loved it. I was an acting and a writing major with a minor in marketing.
Oh, you
So
can do it
exciting.
all.
I can do it all. Or those three things anyway. Yeah.
I love meeting like the comedy majors, which is like
that's new.
like it's like what college will let you major in comedy?
I do think it did kind of make my estimation of Emerson go down like just a few notches because like that's an embarrassing thing to say to somebody. Like
That's Asha
I majored
Ward.
in comedy.
No.
She's a writer on SNL, youngest writer ever on SNL. Majored in comedy at Northeastern.
No way.
Yeah,
Northeastern or Northwestern?
Northwestern.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Northeastern is not a school.
She was a
Northeastern is a
science
school.
Oh, it
and
is a school?
comedy major.
Yeah, Northeastern is in Boston.
Yeah,
Oh.
but they're like very smart there.
Yeah.
They're not majoring in
My
comedy.
mom works at Northeastern.
Oh, good for her. What does she
know.
do there?
She's the dean of science.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Wow.
Okay, smarty pants.
Okay.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's incredible. Yeah.
Go
wow.
No, I was
Go
so
Mom.
wrong. Columbia College of Chicago.
Oh, that's a totally,
Oh,
that is such a different vibe.
The other Columbia.
No, I that was so like straight dude energy of me to be like, she graduated from Northwestern. Obviously.
She went to an Ivy League school
I
where she
had
majored
no
in comedy.
idea.
Yeah, she wrote for the Harvard Lampoon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No. This is Yenta.
Welcome to
Yenta. The podcast that's sometimes about comedy
Sometimes about Judaism.
and always about
Gossip.
I'm Raye Schiller.
I'm Antonia Lassar.
And today on the podcast we have Lily Claire Richards.
Dun, 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 dun,
Can you guys follow me around and do that every time? I don't want that introduction always. That was sick.
Lily is amazing. We met at our Jewish screenwriting group.
Yes, we did.
Hashtag pilots schmilets.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's
That's
called.
what it's called.
Pilot
that
Schmilets.
is a good name.
And the play version of it, the playwriting group is called Jewface. So, yeah.
I feel like that's
I know.
worse.
I know.
I
That
like it. I
one's
like
really
it.
intense.
I
Yeah.
don't like
It's like,
that
whoa,
one
I don't know
at
about
all.
that.
I
but-
didn't know there was a playwriting
Yeah.
group of it. But Lily was at the reading of my second pilot there, which did do very well.
No, it
not?
did. Yes, it did.
No, it did.
Oh, it did do.
Oh,
I thought
good.
you said it
Do-
didn't. I was
No,
like,
no.
I thought everyone loved it.
It actually crushed in the room like comedy
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
No, it was great.
Which
it was hilarious.
really surprising for
Yeah.
me. But back to Lily. And then we met. I'm just bringing Lily on to talk about myself
We
the whole
met
time.
because Ray's pilot
Was
is crushing
so
it.
good.
We're here to
We met
compliment
because
Raye.
I watched Ray's pilot kill it. Yes. I'm merely a spectator. It was a great pilot, though.
So yes, more
They're a
love.
genius.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
come
great.
on.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, and then we met for coffee,
We did.
and you're so amazing. I was telling Antonia before you like figured out the system of. Can we talk about what you do?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I can't go like too in detail, but yes.
Great.
That sounds like I'm in the CIA.
What would you say?
I work in finance.
That is so funny. Wait, because I used to work in finance too. This is off the pod. We will cut
Off
this.
the pod. It's confusing because my LinkedIn is for my finance job, and then my Instagram is for my entertainment persona.
I have the same problem, by
Yeah.
the way. I have my LinkedIn persona.
Also, entertainment persona sounded disgusting. That's not what I meant. I meant just like like writing, directing, acting ventures.
Your brand.
I'm like Instagram, and then
Yes.
the other thing, LinkedIn.
Right. But so you're a corporate slayer
Yes.
in finance.
Okay, we don't have to talk about this at all then.
What do you think about the way people communicate in the corporate world?
Okay. Well, I have to say, I think that it's really nice to see the change that has happened since the pandemic, because I feel like pre-pandemic, I don't know how or where I would have fit into corporate America. But now I feel like there's a lot more of an appreciation and understanding for people who don't fit that traditional mold. And I think that there is, or at least in my job and in my role, I feel like I've felt very blessed that there's been this, like, not just an acceptance, but like embracing the fact that I don't have the same traditional background. I didn't study economics, or I didn't, whatever. Like, I feel like my skill sets are recognized and appreciated, which is really nice, because I know that that's not a lot of people's experience in corporate America.
Yeah.
But I think that they're like, no, that's great that you can talk to people. Go do that. So that part's nice. But I do agree that it is kind of like Zoom calls are funny. Like I watch sports now.
Yeah.
Because I'm in corporate America. So that I can start a Zoom call and be like, you catch the game last night? Like, I've never said that before in my life.
Okay.
Ever. But except for,
But
now.
right
now
now.
I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Now I'm going to be a sports girly. I'm going to start conversations with
It works.
with that.
Such a bro. Oh my
Such
God.
a bro.
Your shirt just changed into a jersey.
I know. Just
wear
look
it
at me.
backwards.
Just sports 02.
If you're listening to this podcast, listener, Lily has a foam finger on her hand.
I have my whey protein right off camera. I have so much of it, you can't even see. I'm making mad gains. Mad gains.
Lily just lifted up her shirt, and on her tummy is written, "Go, Caitlin Clark."
Go. That is true, actually. If I did lift up my shirt, you might see that. Yeah, especially today. My God.
Yes,
God only
big
knows.
deal.
Like, anything could be happening right now.
Yeah, listener, this will have already happened when this
Yeah,
comes out.
sorry.
But
Anything will have
this
already
is the final
happened.
day of the women's
Yeah. Iowa
March
versus
Madness.
South Carolina.
Huge.
I know.
And Iowa is winning.
They were when I drove here.
Okay.
And I think they're going to continue to.
Good.
That's my hot take.
We should do like
Bet money on
in
it.
the edit. We should have like a voiceover that's
Yeah.
like,
Can you believe
like
that?
they did win?
Or
they
lost.
did not.
I'm absolutely useless. Yes.
Film
absolutely.
both options.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Lily, you've been married you've been with your partner, you've been with your wife for 9 years
Yeah, we've been together 9 years.
and married for at least some of that time.
For a portion, for sure. Yeah.
I too have been in a long partnership and marriage, and our last guest was just talking about how that is so uncommon in LA.
I know. It's wild to me. Because it doesn't, I don't know about you, but for me, it doesn't feel like I've been with someone I don't feel like I'm old
Yes.
enough to have been in a relationship 9 years.
Yes.
Because you met when you were 20.
Yeah.
Wow.
We met when we were 20,
Wow.
started dating around like 21.
That's so nice.
Right in there. Yeah, pretty early on. But yeah, it is really, I don't know. It is interesting to see in LA. And it's also like when we started dating, but when we started dating our partners, Tinder and Hinge and like all the apps, they were awful. Like I had like a Tinder
And
profile.
you know what? They still are.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
but like now when I go on my friends' profiles and I'm like swiping for them, which is a crazy thing. I can't imagine having someone just make those decisions on my behalf.
But it's really true that the married people of America including both of us, are like, "Give me your phone. I want to play the game."
No, literally. Oh my
I
God.
want to swipe. This is like
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Yeah,
That's
my wife
my
and I
March
love to do
Madness.
that. That's my absolutely. I feel the same way. But it's also crazy the kind of questions they ask you people now.
Yes.
It's literally like
people.
you
You
people.
people.
That's offensive. How dare you?
Your kind.
Like I'm not
Yes.
already sitting here being like, I fucking hate that I'm single.
No, it's the questions that they ask now are like insane.
Yes.
It's
and they
literally-
can put videos and audio.
It's so much. They make you do so much fucking work.
Do you know?
What's the point of a date anymore?
Burst out into tears.
But it's crazy.
You're just digging the knife.
No, I'm so
into
sorry.
how
I'm sure you have the
terrible
most
it is.
amazing dating profile, right?
No, it's bad. I mean,
Okay.
no. My profile is great.
Your profile's
the
good.
whole system
The system's-
is terrible.
the system
You guys
is
are right.
broken.
No, it sucks.
Yes.
It really, really sucks.
It's like
And-
more than you'd put into a job application.
Oh my God,
Like
yeah,
if
literally.
if my wife and I, God forbid, broke up tomorrow and I was single, I would need at least a month crash course on how to navigate dating apps.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
would need to hire like a life coach to help me just fill out the fucking questions.
Yes.
It's crazy.
They're not that hard, you guys. They're really
No,
not that
there's they
It's
are
just a lot
hard.
of work.
Yeah.
I've had the same Hinge responses for like 7 years.
Okay, what are
So,
they?
Yeah.
Like one of them is I get along best with people who can have. So it's like the prompt is I get along best with people, and then my answer is can have conversations with people that they disagree with, because
Okay.
does that make sense?
Yes.
You look
I get along
confused.
best
Yeah.
with people who.
Imagine if we were like,
Can-
no, Ray,
can-
you have to change it. No one understands what you're
It's
saying.
not. Well, yeah, it's a bad one.
No,
it's
no,
fine,
no,
it's
it
fine,
is
it's
good.
fine.
It
That
is
is
good.
fine.
But if somebody
fantastic
gave
answer.
me,
Thank
that's
you.
a great answer. If
that's
someone gave me that open-ended of a question, I would panic. I'd be like, I get
Yeah.
along best with people who I don't know are nice, like, and then everyone's like boring, not deep enough. Like it would be
Yeah.
awful.
Actually, honestly, my damage is that I'd be like, another opportunity to talk about myself. I think I'd really enjoy filling out a dating profile.
You can do it for me.
That would be so fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should do a Patreon bonus pod
I was just thinking
where
that.
you just fix my Hinge profile.
I was
Lily, you
just
can join
thinking-
if
I'm
you
gonna
want to help.
Yeah, I'm gonna
If
be
you wanna
there.
not be traumatized. Or
I will
you want to, be more happy that you're in a relationship.
Okay,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
not
yeah.
be traumatized. I don't know why I'd be. I
Or-
love it.
Yeah, great.
I'm so down. I'll be there. Yes.
Great.
I will be there filling out that profile with,
Good, you guys
with
can help me.
passion. Yeah.
What do you like? How many of your friends are married and how many are single?
That's a really good question. Oh God. Most are single. Well, a lot of them aren't single, but they're like with their long-term person.
Yeah.
You know, so they're with the partner, but they're not married. I do have a few. I had my first friend have a baby.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
How-
That's so
It's a mindfuck.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how fast you can make another human being. Like so
Yes.
fast. Like in the time I put off my taxes, someone else made a human. Like that's insane. That's so productive of them.
Good for them.
Just good
Hustle
for them.
culture.
And I bet they
Hustle
also
culture.
did their taxes on time.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they have to keep a fucking
Oh,
baby
God.
alive. They can definitely do their taxes.
Yeah.
No, I'd say it's kind of mixed. I don't know. But I also feel like people aren't married as long anymore. So I actually have friends who've been divorced by now.
Huh.
You know, like I
Yes.
do think that.
Do you too?
Have divorced friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about you? What's your married
You know,
percentage?
it's funny because when I lived in New York, I think it was more long-term couples or marriages. And here in LA, it's much more single people.
Okay, I would rather be single in LA than in New York. So I get that. Being single in New York sounds like my absolute worst nightmare. Also, because I'm like a no-shoe household, and I just feel like the ground in New York is so dirty.
So
And can
dirty.
you imagine like hooking up with someone, and
yeah.
you don't want to tell like a one-night stand or someone you're just starting to see to
your
take
shoe-
off their
no,
shoes.
you do.
What are
I
you
mean,
talking
you-
about?
you
You,
will.
definitely
You want
do.
to-
I
Okay,
will.
well,
I
like-
have,
like
and
you-
I have done that,
you
and I
want to
will
tell
do that
them.
forever.
Yeah,
You
if
want to tell them, but you like don't want to be that person who's like, get your fucking
you
dirty
haven't dated
no.
in a long time.
I
I,
am
feel like
that
you're bad at expressing your needs.
I'm like, look, take your shoes off, get in the fucking shower, wash off the
Yes.
outside world,
Yes.
and then come talk to me.
Yes.
I feel like that's
Yes.
completely
Yeah.
reasonable.
Okay, well then in that case, I'll be an absolute tyrant if I'm ever single again. I'm like, you walk in, you go straight to that shower, you bathe off the outside world, and then we can chat.
Do you do with your wife, because me and my husband do this constantly, do you analyze all the couples you meet?
No, that's just you.
Maybe that's just our thing.
I don't know. I feel like we're no, kind of. Do we? Shit. Do we? I don't know. Sometimes we'll make sometimes you meet a couple and you kind of will be like, they're both great. It's not going to last. Occasionally there's that. But I think most of the time, I don't know. I think our friends have been on a train of dating good people lately, which has been pretty sick.
That's amazing.
Now I know it's what?
In
what
this
happened?
economy?
In this economy? Can you believe with inflation where it is? Dating good people? Oi. No, but they really have. And so we've been so excited. We've been going out on double dates and being like, well, that was fucking great. That was awesome. But no, there are a few times where we meet someone. It's kind of sucks when you meet someone that your friends are dating and you don't like them. It really sucks.
It sucks. And also for me, I will revel in the drama because it means that me and Artem, that's my husband, get to talk shit for as long as this person's coming around. I'm like, oh yeah.
See, I think we've entered into this really old territory where we are just like, well, I guess we won't see them for the next 10 years until they break up. So we'll we'll just sit at home now and not see those people anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we kind of we're boring.
I feel like I don't know anyone that's even. I either know people who are married or just single, fucking around.
Yeah,
but in the middle ground. I'm just now.
I
My friends
agree.
are just now entering the middle ground.
In LA, I mostly know people who are either long-term married or long-term single.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people in sort of 3-year.
Do you think it has something to do with driving, the distance? You either commit hard or you don't commit at all because you're I'm not gonna. I like you, but I don't.
Far.
Yeah, it's I like you, but not enough to go to Marina Del Rey every week. Or
I will say that the single friends I know who are really long-term single, and I'm talking they're in their 40s, late 40s, 50s single. Not you. Are
Wow, how dare you talk about my people like that?
you people,
your
people, your tribe.
Justice for singles. I'm starting
being so big in
resistance. We're starting a march.
It's okay. Allie was on a past episode being everyone who's married is miserable.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. So you've got some different opinions.
Exactly.
And we love. What is it you love? Talking to people with different opinions.
People who disagree with. Yes.
Oh, who disagree? Okay,
people
that too.
Yeah, people with different opinions. People you can disagree with.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell us about your artistic dreams.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a big question.
Hard pivot. But tell us about you as an artist and your journey to become one from your finance. Oh no, you started with the art world.
I had the classic opposite pivot, but no, so I write, direct, and act. Always thought that was the only thing I was gonna do. And then the pandemic hit and I was like, ooh, no work for a year is not fun. And that's when I entered into the finance role, and it's great doing both. I love doing both. But yeah, no, I write. My first thing that I did, well, okay, let me back up. When I graduated college, I had a meeting with a big casting director at NBC, and I showed up at the meeting and she was like, hey, you can act. That's great. So can everyone else in LA? And I was like, right. So what now? And she's like, well, if you want to make it in this industry, you better write, direct, and star in your own work. And I was like, cool. With what money? I just graduated college, you asshole.
Yeah.
But no, I took her advice and I went home, and my wife, then girlfriend, was like, no, let's do it. We'll pool some money in our savings and we'll do a web series. And so we each put $4K in, which was basically
that's a
all
lot.
of our savings.
A lot for people in college.
Straight out of college. That was all of it. We're let's go. But I worked all of college. I had I worked the most lucrative job I've ever had in my life. I was a historical tour guide for the city of Boston.
Oh
my god!
Boston
talk about
nerds.
It was You want to talk history of Boston?
You followed that little red brick trail.
So I was on boat. Even better.
Duck or
Not
regular?
A regular. It was a Boston Harbor Cruises boat, but we did.
Oh, you were a Boston Harbor Cruises person.
You bet I was.
Did you bet I was? Nick Carter?
That name is so familiar.
White, blonde, curly hair. Oh
The
my
guy
God. There were a
from-
lot of BU acting
There were a
people
lot of BU people
who did Boston Harbor Cruises.
Yes, it was like mostly BU people, and then
Yes.
like 3 of us Emerson folk. It was the best job ever, best summer job in the world. But you weren't supposed to solicit for tips, but we would put like a little 1 around our microphone when people were walking out to be like, "Thank you." And then they'd be like, "Oh," they'd give you cash. And I wore men's Abercrombie khaki pants because it was the only way I had pockets big enough to fill all the tips that I was getting.
Yes.
I would walk home literally
God.
like money bags, like just like these. My pants just looked fucking ridiculous. It's amazing I never got mugged, but it was a great job. So I took those. We took that money and made 20, which was a web series that I wrote, directed, and starred in with all my friends from college. We like paid everyone in beer and did that for season 1. And then season 2, we actually got money through a crowdfunding campaign that was successful, and were able to do it at a higher quality. And I think like the 24 episodes of that show really showed me what it was like to do everything.
That's so many episodes.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
And
Oh
it was,
my
I think
God.
when we were like in that moment though, it was so exciting and fun.
Yeah.
And we improv'd like 70% of the show.
Wow.
Like season 2 was more scripted than season 1, but most of it was because at the time I had written plays, but I had no idea how to write for TV, I guess,
Yeah.
or even website. I just
Yeah.
didn't know what to do. And so I was like, how about we do this? We'll have these rehearsals, we'll improv the story, and then I will write a script based on the improvs. And so that was what we did. I would record our improvs, and then I would write a script based on what we improved that day.
Wow.
And that was like how we did the 2 seasons. And it was so much fun. And thankfully everyone was like a really good comedic a really good comedic actress. Everyone was like a really talented
Actor.
comedic actor, and they all were great at improv, and so it worked out wonderfully. But after that, I kind of was like riding the high of doing all 3, like the writing, directing, acting combo, because it's so hard to find agency and control in this industry. It was like, what are the things that are in my control? And that was kind of it. It's like, I can only control being in a project if I'm also going to create it. And
Yes.
so, so that was sort of, I just loved being able to make something for myself and not have to wait around for someone else. And so that was what was great about 20. And then I did our first like festival short, Welcome Megan, year before last now. And we had a great run with that. I got to go to Sweden for the Uppsala Film Festival for that one.
Ooh, that's
I've never been
very
to
fun.
It was so cool. Oh my God. It's awesome there.
Yeah.
Sweden is great.
Is it over the summer? Or is
it's in the
is
fall.
it cold?
But,
So it's cold.
No, but it's not too cold. It's like perfect. It was in October, early October. So it's
God.
like the leaves are changing and it's sweater weather. And you go and you do your little afternoon fika and you're like, wow, this is
freaking
beautiful.
fika.
Freaking fika. Sounds like that song. What was that? I think you're freaky and I like you a lot. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. I freak you freaky and I like you a lot. Motherfuckers get you know the one, right? Diane
Love that
Wood.
one.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I
On
love
this
that one.
podcast, when someone starts singing, you have
Everyone has to
join
start singing.
in.
Fucking go along with it. You know the song though, right?
Yeah, then the next verse is like, I love you so much and I take it back. You're not a freak. You're super cool and I respect you a lot.
Absolutely. It's for sure the same song.
That's
We're
the one,
thinking
right?
of the same one. Yeah. It's all about respecting your partner.
Yes.
That's it.
It's
yeah.
so beautiful.
It's a love story. It's like Barbara Streisand and then that song in terms of like greatest romantic
People and then
hits. Then we're there.
that one.
I agree.
So true.
So Sweden
Was amazing.
was amazing. Okay.
And so also, can we describe this? It's about a murderous spin class.
Yeah, that's welcome, Megan. So
did you see SNL last night?
No, did they do a murderous spin class
They did
sketch?
a murderous Pilates.
Oh,
My
who the
God,
fuck on SNL
sue
watched
them.
my
They
film?
stole it.
Get out. I'm livid. Oh my God.
Yeah, you
this
have to
was
watch
like
it.
when we made 20 and then they were like greenlighting a comedic show. Why do I keep saying comedic?
What's going on?
Greenlighting a comedic show about queer women in their 20s called 20s. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like
What show was that?
But
it happened.
Clearly didn't do that well.
No, it didn't. But it was also just, I was like, oh my God, this always happens. It's like you make something and then like the big Hollywood higher ups are like, we totally have the same idea at the same time. And I'm like, did you?
It's so interesting how
wonder.
people in Hollywood won't talk about their ideas in public too, for this reason.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, who did we have on the pod who was talking about their pilot, but they didn't want to tell what it was about? Mari.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very interesting.
No, because you never know.
Because it makes sense. Because
Yeah.
everybody, anyone listening
Could
could just go, oh, that's a good idea.
shady listeners.
Shady little fucks.
Yeah.
No, I'm
all
fucking
the
watching
Hollywood producers listening to this podcast.
All those huge executives
Yeah.
paying attention right now.
There's so many of them.
No, but it's true. It's weird because on one hand, like the only way to get out there is to get exposure, but on the other hand, the more people who see your things, the more likely you're going to get. But what is that expression? It's like copy or imitation is the best, highest form of flattery or something like that.
I think that's exactly the
I
expression.
think that might be it. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Whatever.
My thought on that, and similar to the startup world, which I was very in, was like people would be like scared to like say their ideas because
Yeah.
it'll get stolen.
Well, with Apple too, there's that whole controversy.
What's the
Sure.
controversy?
I maybe shouldn't have brought that up because I don't know how eloquently I can talk on it. But well, with Apple, there was a thing where a guy made something similar to like
the original
it was like a Fitbit
Apple.
kind of Apple Watch thing. He made like a watch that was like an Apple Watch, and then he pitched it to Apple, and they're like, "We think that's dumb." And then they were like, "Now releasing the Apple Watch."
Oh,
and
I
he was
didn't
like,
see
"The
that."
fuck?" But it wasn't. You know what it was? It wasn't. I'm remembering it now. It wasn't the watch itself. It was the heart rate. It was something that I don't have
Heart rate
one.
monitor.
So something that monitors your heart or your like a blood oxygen level. He created this dude was like, I'm gonna make a blood oxygen level monitor thing that goes in a watch. And then Apple was like, let's hear more about how you did that. And then he told them and they were like, okay. And then like a year later, they were like releasing a blood oxygen monitor in our Apple Watches. So like it happens. Like,
Yeah.
But if you're him, it's like, okay, well, this is my one chance to pitch to Apple. So it's
So there you
hard.
go.
It's hard. And I'm pitching my feature. Well, we have producers on board and we're moving forward with it, but it's hard because, you know,
Your feature
Huge.
that you're moving forward with.
slowly but surely,
What's
like the
the-
little
can you tell us
engine
what
that
that is?
could.
That
Yeah,
is
can you
about-
talk about it?
I don't know. Can I? I feel like this
I
whole
don't know.
conversation has been like, maybe I shouldn't, but
I think you can.
so yeah, well, I do mostly dark comedies. 20 was not dark. It was mostly, I had weird moments, but it was mostly just straight like romantic comedy. But my tone has always been way more dark comedy. So Welcome Megan was a dark comedy. My pilot, which we shot last year, dark comedy. And then we're looking to shoot another short this summer, another dark comedy. And then my feature, can you guess? A dark comedy.
Love that.
But it's about a group of high school girls who steal a brick of cocaine from a drug dealer and try to sell it on their own.
I
Out in-
love that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So hopefully it'll be coming to a TV screen near you within the next 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
Things take so
5
damn
is
long.
very
That
hopeful.
was really, that's honestly.
5, great.
5 would be phenomenal.
Yeah, I
If
would
this thing
be.
came out by the time I wasn't geriatric, I'd be like, woo, let's go. Yeah, 5 years would be nuts.
And you're directing that too.
I will be, yeah.
That's so
If all goes as
fun.
planned.
I
We'll
want
see
to
what
direct
happened.
one day.
You should. You should do it now. Today should be the day.
God damn it, you're right.
Good advice.
Get up right now. Get out of here. Go
Goodbye.
direct something.
I'm
No, but
directing
you'd be a
this
great
podcast.
director. Amen. There we go.
That's
I feel
right.
very directed
Yeah, I was all Antonia.
in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah, after we bossed you around.
Yeah.
We were
Help.
like, stop talking about Caitlin Clark, whatever. Should we
Matzah minute.
Dun, da, da, da.
Do we get to eat it?
Simmer tofu, mazel tofu, mazel tofu, simmer tofu. Yes, you get to eat it. So
Hell yeah.
the concept of Matzah Minute is we ask you questions that are short that take about a minute, and if you don't want to answer, you have to eat a piece of matzah. If you can't digest it, that's okay.
Oh, I can digest it,
Great.
and I'm gonna be very selective on the questions I answer because I love eating matzah.
Excellent.
Oh my god!
And I'm gonna put a timer on for this Matzah minute,
Oh, I love that.
so we
Okay.
actually
Exciting.
pay attention to
Okay,
the minute.
question number 1.
Oh my god! I don't have the matzah yet.
It's okay.
Okay, give me a sec. I'm trying to do
Okay.
this with my left hand. Hold on. Okay. Wow.
Ooh, big piece. I like that. That's ambitious. Okay, question number 1. I saw on your IMDb you're on a random episode of I Married a Murderer. Iconic. What is your dream shitty TV show to be on?
Oh my god, that's such a good question. There's so many. I think it'd be really fun to be on one of those like 911 shows where you're like, you know, a cop saving people from like a cruise ship that's on fire and also getting attacked by terrorists at the same time, where you're like,
Yes.
wow, we didn't know it could get any worse. So that would be a good shitty TV show. But then also I think it would be fun to be on like a Grey's Anatomy, like a classic that everyone loves to hate and hates to love, you know? But I feel like there's others. I feel like there's so many. I'd love to do like a soap opera too, maybe one day.
Oh,
just for like a hot minute though, not for too long. I don't want to get like
finance
sucked in
bitch.
that. Maybe like hot finance bitch on the soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe one of those CW shows, but they're not even around anymore, are they?
CW?
Yeah.
As a network?
I think that's gone.
Wow.
So maybe Netflix.
That's okay.
That's the new CW.
Would you do reality?
No. I got asked to be on Queer Ultimatum.
What?
Yeah, I did.
But you said no?
Yeah, because I'm already married.
you're happily
I was like, they were like, we want you on the show. And
Was
I was
it
like,
by Mari?
Taryn?
I don't know. I could check my email.
We had someone on the podcast who was the cast.
She's the casting producer.
Oh, it might have been
Queer-
her. It might have been her. I'll have to, my phone's not here, but I'll have to pull it up because
That's
someone
so
emailed
funny.
me and they're like, hey, we think you'd be really great for the next season of Queer Ultimatum. What do you say? And I'm like, so like I am legally married. This might be, you guys got here a little too late. But yeah, so that probably wouldn't be it for reality, but I'd love to do like a game show or like something a little more strategy based,
Love that.
perhaps.
Okay.
Not
Great
that that's
answer.
not strategic.
Is squirting real?
Yes.
Easy answer.
Great.
Done. Under a minute.
Do you do it?
Nice.
Great.
Lots of eating.
Nailed it. Okay. What is your favorite piece of gossip from the internet this week?
Oh my God. That's such a hard question. There's so much going on the internet this week.
Pick.
I'm I don't know if this is considered gossip, but I've been like, okay, I've been really into whatever is going on right now with Jojo Siwa.
Yes. That's so good.
I have been like on the edge of my seat. I saw a video of an interview where she's like, I'm the first one in my generation to be like this. And the interviewer is just like, and I don't know that he knew what she was saying. And it was just like one of the funniest. Well, you know, when you're watching a person have a conversation with another person and both of them are not picking up what the other person's putting down. It was like one of those moments.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was one of my favorite. It was my favorite. It was
What is
amazing.
going on with
Yeah.
Jojo Siwa?
Wait, do you not know?
I don't really know. I just see the buzz, but I'm not really super paying attention.
So I kind of like, well, truly, I'm probably not the right person to answer this either, but what I know of what's going on with Jojo Siwa is what my wife shows me of the TikToks. And specifically, my wife and I will go down like a deep dive where we're looking at the interiors of Jojo Siwa's home.
Oh
And,
my
like,
Oh, that's incredible.
The amount of, it's kind of like, I think there's a direct correlation between the amount of like home interior objects that make no sense and like where she's at any given day. And I'm like, we'll be like, oh no, that piano wasn't there before. Like, shit. Like, what's she going to release now? Like, I think you could read the signs that karma was coming out if you were like, ooh, new
Yeah.
paint job.
Did she make a new album?
She released
a single,
song, right?
So
it was like
basically
a single.
she's done a rebrand where she's like
An adult now.
She's like an adult.
She's an
She's
adult.
Good for
punk.
her.
Jojo
She wears
Siwa
black
flex now.
Yeah, she's
She was dating
Avery
Avery
Cyrus. Exactly.
TikTok lesbian.
I'm sorry, is that another, how many of them are there? Is
Uh,
that
no,
like a Miley
not
Noah
from the
one?
family.
No,
Not
no,
from
oh
the
my
family.
Oh wait, that drama was nuts.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Of course I did.
Can you imagine?
I know. I mean, just the web of the dating and ex dating in that
that
whole
weird
circle.
Like she
TikTok
couldn't
group.
find another 55 plus white man in Los Angeles.
Wait,
Wait,
what are we talking?
Wait, what are you guys? what are you guys talking about?
That was
What
such a written comedy. You know when people purposefully write things where they're teaching you or talking about the different things in the same comment.
What was
same
the drama
conversation?
you guys were thinking of?
Just Avery Cyrus and Jojo Siwa.
There were just
dating.
a lot of internet Gen Z lesbians dating each
Oh.
other and breaking up and then talking about each
Oh,
other on
I
the
pivoted
internet.
away from
are
Avery
you
Cyrus to
talking
about?
Noa
My-
Cyrus.
Is Noah Cyrus
What happened
dating
with her?
an old guy?
Noah Cyrus, guys.
I love Noah.
Noah Cyrus.
is in the Illuminati.
I mean, probably. Anytime a celebrity shaves their eyebrows off, I'm like, for sure, Illuminati.
Yeah,
That's the initiation. That's what they make them do.
She's gone.
Wait, what happened with Noa Cyrus?
Oh my God, guys, this is such tea. This is a fantastic fan. Oh my God. So here's what happened with Noa Cyrus. Noa Cyrus had a boyfriend. He was like 55 or something, and he was on a TV show. No, he's an actor. He's very buff. And she was dating this guy, and then they broke up. And then Noa Cyrus's mom starts dating him.
No.
Yes.
What?
And apparently they got married.
What?
And Noa Cyrus was not invited to the wedding.
What?
I don't believe that. Mic drop. Matzo drop.
The matzah is on the floor.
Okay, you're very clean, Raye. I think I'll be all right.
I'm gonna Roomba this whole thing later. I'm not having any anxiety over the crumbs at all.
No, it's wild. You guys should look it up. Look it up to make sure I didn't just spread fake gossip about Noa Cyrus.
Headline about Noa Cyrus not being invited to her mom's wedding.
It's because her mom married her ex-boyfriend.
Holy,
like, is this fucking like ancient Greece? What is happening? Crazy. There's so many other
Noa
people out
Cyrus's
there.
mom married her ex-boyfriend. Miley Cyrus's mom, Tish, and sister Noah dated the same guy.
Read it and weep.
did a god put a curse on this family?
They must have.
No, I Noa Cyrus's songs are beautiful.
I've
Yeah.
never listened. to
I'll
them.
bet you the next album's gonna be even better. I mean,
Yeah,
Jesus
exactly.
Christ.
She's about to come out with her lemonade.
Exactly.
But like lemonade times a million.
Oh my God.
Right.
We're not ready. We're not ready for whatever's coming. And also, on top of all of this, remember that Dolly Parton is connected to this whole
Oh
family.
my God, she
She's
is.
Miley Cyrus's godmother.
godmother.
If Dolly Parton was my godmother, I can't even think of how powerful I would be.
Noah, if you're not in a studio with Dolly at this minute, just go.
Jolene cover. A Jolene round two.
Well, round three.
Round three.
'Cause
Beyonce, excuse me, Beyonce, my apologies. But like a little Jolie moment
Huge.
with Noah and Dolly. But when she's like, please don't take my man, she's like talking to her mom. Like, crazy.
That's really juicy.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of juicy, let's transition into secrets.
I was just reading about Noah
No, it's crazy.
on my phone here.
It's hard not to get distracted
that was
by
really
that.
a lot.
It's fucking
Okay,
crazy.
I'm sorry.
Am I allowed to curse on this, or are you gonna have to bleep me the hell out?
Get out,
Yeah,
Lily.
you're so dirty.
No cursing
sorry.
on
Just
this
got your
comedy podcast.
No potty mouth
That is-
over
We
here.
didn't even talk about
Not
your Judaism.
Sponsored by anyone.
Which I guess we will at one point.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
get there as I hold my.
You hold your matzah.
What do you mean we didn't talk about it? Yeah. So you're holding a piece of matzo ball bread. Yeah, no, I'm one of those classic LA Catholic Jews.
Tell us more.
Oh, are you half and half?
Someone told me I was a pizza bagel,
I've heard that.
That's
and I
cute.
liked that.
That's
I said,
cute.
I think that's a cute way to identify. Yeah, I'm Italian. My dad is Italian Catholic. Actually, neither of my parents are religious. My mom's very spiritual, and my dad's just like, he likes sports. But my dad is Italian
Like you.
Catholic. Yeah, like me. My dad's Italian Catholic, and my mom's dad was one of those, classic come over to Ellis Island Jews who came to the New York and then came out to LA. But he died when my mom was young. So it's interesting because like half our family is very Jewish and half our family is not religious at all. And then on the other side, everyone's like Catholic. So I feel like there's someone of every single religion in my family at any given point in time. But it was funny when I took 23andMe, because have you guys ever done 23andMe?
No.
Don't need to.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it's going to come out.
We know what's happening.
I don't need to give my DNA to the government.
I mean, like, low key, yeah. I'm not proud of it, but I do have to say I thought it was really funny, like, whoever's in charge of the graphics department at 23andMe, because it shows you, like, a breakdown of your top genetic, like, where your ancestry and you can scroll down, it shows each one and the percentage and whatever, but they have, like, a little image associated with each of them. So, like, for Italy, it's, like, a photo of the Vatican, and you're like, or like, the Domo or something, and you're like, oh, that's pretty.
Oh, funny.
For Jewish, which was my number one, it just goes Jewish, and it's just a massive photo of a menorah. I'm like, okay, shit, I gotta
Assuming a lot.
go celebrate
Yeah,
and get
it's
one
like-
of those. Gotta go get one of those, I guess. But yeah, so I'm.
If you don't own a menorah, you're not Jewish. That's
You know what
There
I
it
learned?
is.
The menorah.
I own a dreidel. Does that count?
Oh, that's huge.
That's huge.
Big
Thank
for-
you.
Yeah. What's your relationship to Judaism like now?
I mean, religiously, I'm not. I love Christmas as a holiday. I think it's just like a really fun time. I wouldn't say that I'm super religious when it comes to any religion, but I like elements of all. Well, maybe not all, but I like elements of a lot of different religions. And I think like the community that I have found within Judaism is fantastic. Like I think just the Jewish community in LA is amazing. And that is kind of where I am the most excited and connected to my Judaism. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just like, it's nice to be like, yeah, the Jewish community in LA is sick. And so that's kind of my like, this isn't a coherent thought.
Which
no.
particular Jewish community are you talking about?
Like, I just feel like, you know, we have our Jewish writers group, and then also you grow up in LA. Basically everyone I know is Jewish. Like, I don't think I know a non-Jewish person from my like growing up. I went to Catholic high school with like 40% Jewish people. Like,
Whoa.
it's just like
Whoa.
everyone in the LA Valley is Jewish. So I don't know. I just feel like I like the traditions within like I totally lost my train of thought, but
The traditions within the Catholic school of Judaism.
no, but I just think
You
like the
give your
the Friday night like the Shabbat dinners and the like there's just nice like it's a nice coming
the
together
best.
and it's a nice community.
We definitely can't relate to liking the Jewish community here on this podcast. That's not what we talk about every episode.
We
No.
never hang out with those weirdos.
yeah, those people.
Yeah.
Jews.
No way.
Okay, secrets.
You teased that you have a good secret.
Okay, Lily.
Oh, I don't know
start
that I
with
said
you.
it was good, but I did say I have a secret. Well, I'm going to tell you a story,
Ooh.
and this is where we get vulnerable.
Oh, we love that.
We're going to take it back. The year's 2005. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 5th grade for me. I had to do this really stupid thing in my 5th grade PE class where they made everybody do like a Maypole dance. Did you guys ever have to do that?
No idea
Yes.
what that is.
Yeah. What was that about? I don't know
You're
what
holding the ribbons.
Yeah.
You have to.
You had to walk around with ribbons and like dance or whatever. Something I don't.
It's like a custom from somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
And you like weave ribbons around a pole by everyone's got one ribbon and then you walk in different patterns around each other and it braids around the pole.
Okay.
So here's the thing: a Maypole dance itself, not stupid. I'm sure it's really cool when it's done well. But a bunch of 5th graders at a random school in the valley trying to do a Maypole dance with like very little time to participate and practice, like kind of a dumb idea. It
Yeah.
just didn't work great. But anyway, I was in my PE class and we had to have like a partner, like your dance partner for the Maypole dance. And of course it's 5th grade. So everyone's like, oh my God, who's going to partner with who? And I had this huge crush on this kid. And it comes time for, you know, picking your partners for the Maypole dance. And I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it be crazy if this kid I have a crush on picked me? And he comes right up to me.
Hey.
He's like, hey, you want to be my dance partner? And I'm like over the moon, right? I'm like, hell yes, I do. So we're doing our little Maypole dance and he had a great sense of humor and I had a great sense of humor and our sense of humors were just like clicking and we're making each other laugh. The stars are aligning. It's a beautiful 5th grade romance. And I have to pee. And keep in mind, we're doing this like the entire 5th grade class is there. Like every kid in my class is either watching us rehearse from the bleachers or we're like flipping off, right? They're going to go dance and the other half watches. So whatever. So everyone's there. And I go up to the PE coach and I'm like, hey, can I use the bathroom? And they're like, absolutely not. You have like an hour left of PE. Hold it. Can you believe?
That's fucked up.
That
Fucked
is
up.
Fucked up.
Is it to a child?
To a child. I'm like in 5th grade. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Anyway, you think I'm going to go do drugs in the bathroom? Like, no, I need to pee. Anyway, so I go back to my dance partner and I'm like, okay, don't make me laugh too hard. And we're dancing. He tells a great joke.
Oh no.
I
It's so
couldn't hold it
funny.
in. I just couldn't hold it in.
Oh, yeah.
And I was wearing, of course, like a light jean, like a light denim jean. So it's kind of like the number one thing you don't want to be wearing if you pee your pants because it's like instantly obvious.
Yes.
So I've fully peed myself in front of my crush, basically on my crush because we're like dancing partners. So, you know, there's a lot of movement happening. And in front of
he
like.
has a pee kink.
And now some say to this day. Some say to this day.
Yeah, he told me.
No, in front. He called you right before this and said,
yeah.
if this is the secret she shares.
Yeah.
But yeah, in front of my entire 5th grade class. And so that wasn't great. And that night I went home and I was like, I got to figure out how to come back from this. We are so close to 6th grade. I can't go into middle school being that one girl who peed her pants in front of the entire grade. Like, I've got to find a way to turn this around. So also keep in mind, they sent me to the nurse's office and the only pant that they had for me to put on was a men's basketball short that was an XXL.
And that's when you knew you were gay.
And that's when I said, these feel right. But no, I had to wear that all day. Yeah. And then it was that incident is why I'm a lesbian. No. But the next day I came back to school and I decided, okay, this was a statement against the unfair treatment of bathroom policies. And so I come back to school and I'm like, y'all like what I did yesterday? Because I did it for all of you. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, it's fucked that we're not allowed to go to the bathroom during PE. So let's change it. And they're like, wow, we thought you were a loser who peed your pants. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm here fucking doing shit for the people. And everyone was like, ugh. And I got the whole grade to rally behind me.
Really?
And they changed the bathroom policy. So if you go to Sierra Canyon Middle School and you've peed during PE class, you're fucking welcome. You're welcome. I did that for you.
Wow.
So that was my secret. It haunted me until it made me stronger.
Not so much a secret as like a hero's journey.
Yeah. It haunted you for about a day.
Yeah. It was 24 hours of sheer terror. It was 24 hours of like, I will be bullied for the rest of my life if I don't turn this around. And then I was, maybe not the rest of my life.
I am so impressed that you
know?
Convinced kids at their meanest to get behind you.
Well, I think it was
He's a
just
cult
the
leader.
sheer fear of what. And now I run a cult.
Yeah.
So if you're reading this, no. If you're watching, meet me at no. But yeah, I just was like, you know, this is my one chance. And if I can't commit to the bit here, it's over. Middle school's gonna suck. So yeah, middle school was great.
This would be a really good short movie.
It would be.
Lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Except
And
for
then-
child actors. It's gotta cost a lot.
Don't work with them.
Yeah,
It's a story about an adult.
Them. Yeah, it's actually it's at the office.
It's at the office.
Actually, I kind of like that even
I like
more.
that better.
Yes.
It turns into like a full-on anarchy. Like, yeah, that's kind of brilliant.
It's in a meeting.
Your
and
manager
the boss
won't
is like,
let you pee.
you cannot leave in this
cannot
meeting.
leave.
And they pee, they ruin the chair.
Yes,
And, oh my
yes.
God. And then they're like, let's revolt. Yeah.
honestly,
All right, financiers, where are you at?
producers.
The Office pee. That's not a good, that's
There's
not
something
it's
there.
a working
There's something
title.
there. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
working
break,
title.
Bathroom break.
Bathroom break. And there it is. There it is.
Have you subsequently peed your pants as an adult?
Never to that level. Never to that level. I think we all pee our pants here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every once in a while you're like, yikes, the traffic's too bad.
The
You
last
know?
time I peed my pants was in 2018.
How do you know it so accurately?
Yeah.
Because
Do you
it
know
was-
the date?
It was a part January 7th. Not related to January 6th at all. Nothing, no relation. No, it was because I had a housewarming party for my apartment in Hoboken, because I lived in Hoboken for a year.
Oof.
And you're never gonna forget the year that you live in Hoboken.
No way.
So I was really drunk and I pissed myself on the way to the bathroom.
Wow. At your own party.
And that's my
But-
secret.
Good secret.
Now what's yours?
Yeah, what's yours?
Okay, here's my secret. So since I was a kid, pick my skin.
Oh my God, me too.
Freaking love it.
Oh my God, me too. I have like a little tiny,
Like a scab?
like a little
thing?
scab on the
It's
back of my head.
Yes. Like a
And-
dandruff that you can kind of.
And everyone's like, if you just stop picking it, it'll go away. And I'm like,
But
I don't want that to happen.
why would I lose this?
This brings me joy on a daily basis.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
are you talking about?
And I was like learning about like skin picking. There's apparently something called body scanning where you're sort of lightly like touching your body at all times to like look for something fun to pick. And I was like, oh, I absolutely do that. I'm sort of always on the hunt. Like,
I mean, you never know when something
this
nice to pick is
podcast?
going to arise.
and it is the euphoria you feel when like your little scab is back.
the best.
Or
and you're like, yeah, let me peel that baby right off.
oh my
Yeah,
god, when I
no,
have
for
like
sure.
a thick dry skin in my ear. You ever get those?
Yes, I do like picking that out.
Incredible.
I didn't know if it was thick dry skin or just like crust.
Yeah, it's
Same
something.
thing. Yeah.
Something crusty.
Either of you guys have KP?
No.
What is that?
You're missing out.
But I actually
Wait, like eczema?
I
It's
actually
not
eczema.
eczema.
It's
It's
not.
KP. It's these little bumps.
I have that.
Oh my god, do you ever pick them? It's the
Can you
best.
pick them?
Yes, you can. Look, you can literally this is hold on. I have a recently picked one that you can see, I'm sure.
I see.
You see it a
maybe
little?
that there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, you can just pick them.
I have. Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't. This is a
Yeah, no,
dermatologist would
terrible
be
advice.
screaming if they were
Yeah.
watching this episode, but
I mean, come on, this is the best thing we've got. Like
it's
and
amazing.
I wanted to talk about this because as a child I was like I was always hiding my picking because I was like I'm a freak. And now I'm like I want to talk all about it. I was talking to my therapist about it and sometimes I pick my toes the most and sometimes I pick them so much that they bleed.
Wow.
And then that's too far. And then I'm like, ugh, damn it. I've gone too far.
The
And then I have
line.
to pull back.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying. Like if I could just like perfectly pick them so they never bleed, then it'd be like perfect. So I was like
Maybe you
talking
should
to her
become
about
a
this.
pedicurist.
Oh my God.
pick other people's toes.
Yeah, pick other people's toes for a living.
For a living. That
For
sounds
money.
so fun.
Quick comedy.
And I was talking to my therapist and I was like, maybe I should stop picking my skin so much. Like sometimes I make myself bleed. And she was like, yeah, there's like, I have this app. It's like really helpful for things and it helps you sort of like work through this. And I tried this app and you can sort of pick your addiction and it gives you like, I've been so many days sober. I've been so many days sober. And I was doing it. And then at a certain point I was like looking at this thing that was like, you've been 5 days sober. And
From
you have
skin
from
picking?
picking,
from skin
from
picking.
toe picking.
And you go through when you're signing up for it, it's like you say the thing that you are being sober from. And it's like alcohol, drugs, sex addiction, like
heroin,
heroin.
skin picking.
Exactly.
Same,
And they
same.
have one for skin picking. At a certain point I was like, I don't want to be sober from this.
No.
You want to relapse?
Yeah.
You show up at an
baby.
AA meeting
Yeah.
talking about your skin picking. Like,
Yeah. I was like, I don't think
Toe
this
picking
is serious
anonymous.
enough. Yeah. And I know that there are, I don't want to like minimize it
some
too much.
people
I know
have
that
it
there
to,
are
like, an
people
actually
who
severe
do have it to an
problem.
extent where they
Absolutely.
really need treatment. I'm not there. And even like with
light
making,
bleeding.
even if I made my toes bleed daily, which I really don't like when they bleed, even if that happened, I'd still be like, so what? Like, it's my toes.
there's worse things
know,
that you could be
Just
doing
some
to your
bloody
body.
socks.
Yeah,
So I have
whatever.
to wash my socks every day because there's blood all over them.
Come on, Ray. I have
So
a
what if
system.
my white socks are red now?
You think I put a bloody toe in a white sock like a
She knows
noob?
better.
I've been doing this for
This
33
person
years.
knows better.
So
Come
sorry.
on.
Oh, the bit. Yeah, you're so, that's on me.
That's my secret.
Wow.
That's a good secret.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
So the secret is you
I pick my skin.
you pick your skin. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the secret was you had the app and then you got rid of it.
that too.
But they're related.
There's just so many
That
secrets.
There's so many things.
So
what's
many
the
to go through.
secret?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you ever? I love to steal spoons. Like from
Oh.
restaurants, not like from
That's
like a store, but
No.
oh, it's like my favorite thing. I collect little tiny teaspoons from around the world. So whenever I go somewhere, if I'm at like a restaurant or a hotel, and there's like, it's not every teaspoon. It's like it's pretty free. It's infrequent, but if it's the right teaspoon,
Yes.
you best believe that baby's coming home with me.
I actually do the same thing also for a very specific kind of spoon.
Yes.
If it's a very small, like oval part with a very long, skinny.
Those are so great,
stem,
right? Oh, I got
I
a
will take it.
Lavazza one like that from Italy. It's changed my life.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I literally carry one with me everywhere.
You never know when
because
you'll need it.
I prefer to eat so much with a tiny spoon with a really long stem that I bring it around with me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I love
Yeah.
a beveled spoon. You get me with a beveled spoon,
Beveled
I'm
how?
over it. Like it's like a sterling and it's got a little
Oh.
like
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
kind of pounded into it. It's like beveled.
I love that.
Spoon stealers.
Yeah.
Two of them.
spoon stealers in
On
one room. Golly gee.
How did that happen?
Oh boy.
There must be so many of them living among us.
You
never know.
Tell us
The
if you're a
spoon
spoon stealer.
stealer.
too.
Well, this has been truly
Amazing.
a good goss.
Lily,
Guys.
such a good goss.
such a good time
You're
gossiping.
good, Yenta.
Yeah.
Con
To be
Gostos.
honest, I prefer the spoon secret to the pea secret.
Oh my god. Use the spoon secret.
Well, no, I'm gonna put both in.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you're gonna put both secret.
I also prefer the spoon secret.
Just fuck the other one and use the spoon
You
secret.
know what I think? I think that more recent secrets are
I was
always
thinking-
better, and maybe we
Yes.
should.
we should
Guys, we
specify
should be-
fewer childhood secrets.
Yes,
Forget-
And that's on me.
No, y'all.
No. I was thinking the
Don't-
exact same
okay.
thing.
Don't put the childhood secret in.
no, it's good. It's
no.
so good.
Put
Oh,
the
no, no.
spoon one.
No,
I
we're
can
putting
tell you
both
more
in.
about my spoons. And then you won't even need it. Give me a minute. I could go on. I love spoon. I could talk about it all day. Let me talk about it.
No, you've done such a good job.
No, I'm not done.
We have had
I have more to say about my spoons, damn it.
and the different bevels.
Yes. Lufthansa. That's a good airline to steal spoons from.
ooh, they have metal spoons on Lufthansa.
Oh, you bet they do. And those things are
Great.
nice.
Wow.
They're nice.
Wow, I'm gonna start a spoon collection, a spoon stealing.
If you
ever-
want to fit in with us, you
Yeah,
God.
you better. I'm not friends with people who don't steal spoons. And if you want to
Okay.
come over and see my spoon
Well,
collection,
I'm just gonna hide my spoons whenever you come to my place.
I mean,
That was supposed to be funny.
no, but like maybe you should.
but-
but
yeah,
maybe,
we're both-
but maybe
we're
it's
all
a,
sort of like,
maybe
wait.
this was a word of caution.
Actually,
I'm
I
gonna
have a
count
zebra
my
spoon.
spoons after you leave.
we'll be watching you
No,
in the kitchen.
My spoons are not that nice.
Like I
They're
said,
not good enough to
they have to
steal.
have something special to them. They really do.
Yeah.
I get
But
that.
so many do. They're just such a unique things.
I kind of
I'll
want to
have to
see like a
see-
photo
Yeah.
I would love
collage
to send it to
of
you.
all the spoons.
I
you've
wanna
I
see
can
the
sold.
tell
spoon
you,
collection.
most of them they're from like different countries. That's the most fun
That's
part.
cool.
And
Do you
see-
do you just remember where they're from? Or
Yes,
do you have, like,
because I
little labels?
remember the moment. I remember the sheer
Yeah.
adrenaline
Yes.
that came from taking it and putting it in my purse.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like not that hard to steal a spoon from a restaurant.
Also, nobody gives
No,
a fuck.
it's so easy.
Yeah.
Have you
they
guys
don't
worked
care.
in a restaurant?
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't.
I've thrown out silverware just because I was too lazy to wash it. Like you're literally like, I don't have time for that.
like,
Going
this
in the
is
trash.
disgusting.
Like,
It's never coming off.
you can always tell when you're with someone who hasn't worked at a restaurant because they'll literally be like, I can't believe you would steal a spoon. That's so wrong. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Do you know what's going on back there?
Like they actually won't even realize the spoon is missing. First of all,
Ever.
Yeah.
And I will literally pull a server over and I'll be like, let me prove it to you. And I'll be like, excuse me, I'm going to take this. And they're like, okay. Like nobody cares. I'm like, I'm going to put this in my bag. They're like, why are you telling me? And I'm like, just so you know. And they're like, cool.
okay,
Go for it. And I'm like, thanks.
so
Bon
funny.
voyage. Like, nobody cares. Spoons are free to steal from restaurants. I said what I said.
Spoons are free to
Wow.
steal.
Okay,
Yeah.
listener, go steal some spoons.
Yep.
Get out there and take a
We're
spoon.
gonna be responsible for the great spoon shortage.
Theft of 2024.
On that note, Lily,
Yes.
do you have anything to plug? Anything coming up?
Well, y'all, if you like supporting indie film, I do have a project called Adam is Dead that we are currently crowdfunding for. It's a very fun, dark comedy about two ex-girlfriends who accidentally murder Adam, who's their first guy. Let me try that again. It's a really fun, dark comedy. It's called Adam is Dead. You can check out the Indiegogo and learn more about it.
Nailed it. Dark comedies.
Thanks.
And it looks great. I looked
It's
at
going to be really fun.
I love the like the vibe of the deck that you have going.
Thank you.
Like
It's
the
going to be
design.
it's a little bit of a bloodbath at
It's
the end.
beautiful.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
love that.
No, it's going to be a really, really fun short. We have Georgia Bridgers in it. We love a gay.
Ooh.
We love a gay.
The blonde girl.
The blonde
That's
gay.
a great get.
yeah,
she's freaking hilarious.
Yes.
We were in a movie together 2 years ago and I just remember being like, you're so funny. I can't wait to work with you on something else. And she was like, okay, let's do it. And
Great.
now it's this.
Huge
go.
bloodbath.
That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Go to Indiegogo.
Yes.
Check it
You'll
out.
And we'll
find
put in the show notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm at Raye Schiller, RayeSchiller.com.
I'm at Antonia Listar. That's it. This is probably going to come out after my Boston show.
Yeah.
Great. Woo!
Yay!
Oh, if you're in Atlanta, go see me May 18th.
Do you want to click
That's
the
it.
button?
Yeah.
You can do it!
Thank you. Oh, it's so cute. I want one of these.